Israel defends itself.
That right to defend herself.
I think that Israel has an absolute right to defend itself.
But Palestinian has the right to be protected. President of USA has lied on live TV and has helped spread the false narrative to justify the unjust attack of Israel on the innocent children.
I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I never really thought that I would see and have confirmed pictures of terrorists beheading children.
The former Israeli Prime Minister says innocent children being murdered and killed by Israel are Hamas's responsibility.
Those Palestinians in hospital who are on life support and babies in incubators whose life support and incubator will have to be turned off because the Israelis have cut the power to Gaza.
Are you seriously keep on asking me about Palestinian civilians? What's wrong with you?
Already distinguish between Hamas and the Palestinians. I'm asking you very directly.
What do you want to ask?
Is going to be done to make sure that those innocent people don't get killed as innocent Jewish people were killed on Saturday?
Well, we're going to target Hamas, and we're telling Hamas that if you use anyone as your human shield and you're going to shoot at us using human shields, that it's their responsibility.
But let's see if that's actually the case. When there is a conflict between two parties and one is way much stronger than the other, it is the responsibility of the stronger party to restrain themselves, especially when they are backed by the world's most strongest army. Now, for example, let's imagine you are the world's strongest person and a weaker opponent has thrown a punch at you, and that really made you angry, and you are now going to throw a very strong punch back at them. But just before you throw that punch, a young child or a baby was held in front of you as a shield. Do you think it is still okay continuing with that punch, even if it means hitting the child to get through to the person behind them? No. The responsible thing to do would be to try and change the course of the punch. Maybe try from a different angle, because you know that you will harm the innocent child that has been held in front of you. If the weaker person keeps using the child as a shield to keep hitting you, what should you do? Should you ignore the child and see them as an obstacle, as an object, and then punch the child with the weaker opponent to take them both out? And then you justify yourself saying it was the weaker person's fault as they were using the child as a shield. No, remember what I said earlier. You are the world's strongest person. You have been given this title because you are able to endure these weak punches, meaning you are capable of defending yourself without being on the offensive attack. You know, being the stronger person, your responsibility is not to engage in the attack during that time, as you will harm the child that is being held in front of you. And I know there are saying that the best offense is the best defense, and vice versa. Best defense is the best offense. And in your case, being the strongest person in the world, your priority should be bumping up your defense while you look for an opportunity to find that perfect angle to throw that punch. This is what Israel is not doing, and this is what Israel has failed to do. They did not look for that different angle, right? So they straight went on the offensive, cut off food, medical supply, and killing doctors, patients, right? This is a war crime. You're getting innocent civilians involved in this war, and you are telling people that it is Hamas's fault, whereas you can and you are able to restrain yourself, right? You are backed by the world's most sophisticated military group, and you are one of the world's most sophisticated military group yourself, right? So you did not do that. You did not look for that different angle in this fight. So what could have been that different angle that you are sort of asking at the moment? So what could have Israel done differently? They say they have made allies in this region, but before they went on the attack, they should have consulted their allies to seek assistance. And Egypt did come out to say that they warned them of Hamas attack before it took place. But Israel didn't trust that information. I mean, what is the point of making friends if you don't trust them? Israel says it has friends surrounding Palestine. But why didn't they ask them to get involved before doing this terrible act of collective punishment, which is a war crime according to the international law? And of course, because of that, the neighboring nations will naturally distance themselves from Israel, as it doesn't value their friendship. Israel, of course, naturally, as it adopts the Western policies, they're always out for blood. They are not looking for that peaceful solution. What they will do, they will kill indiscriminately, and then they will go back on their words and say, oh, we apologize for doing this and that, right? Like that, they have done it previously, historically, and they will do it again and again and again. That's how they operate, right? Innocent people doesn't mean anything to them. The Western countries, they're also helping it, right? They're providing assistance with false propaganda, and they're calling innocent people animals. That's what their policy is. But inshallah, Allah will provide safety for the Palestinians.